Today, we will be getting the Platinum Trophy on Cat Quest, an adorable action RPG involving a load of puns, a lot of dungeon crawling, and an immense amount of fun. To stop myself from yapping too much though, let's just get right into it. We start the game with our sister being taken by some ominous looking cat. We wake up shipwrecked with our spirit cat friend by our side. Reminds me of the start of Genshin Impact, honestly. The first village we approach shows us how to catnap, which is used as our healing and save mechanic. We make our way to the nearby arcane temple and get our first spell, Flame Purr. Using the spell and our tiny sword, naturally, we slay a dragon. The symbol on the back of our head marks us as a dragon blood, a creature empowered by, well, dragon blood. Makes sense. Entering our first dungeon, we are greeted with enemies who can use magic just like us. There are also chests within these dungeons which give us gear to increase our stats and/or strengthen whatever current build you feel like using. I never usually make magic builds because I think the Souls community has bullied my soul into submission, but today I changed that. Today in Cat Quest, I focused on building a magic build. I cleared out some dungeons, getting some more magic focused items, as well as some side quests to level myself up. You've probably noticed I already have 4 achievements before playing. I played a little on my own before deciding to make a video on this game, so don't hurt me please. Some dungeons possess these golden chests which we cannot open at this very moment. It seems we need a golden key. My only complaint, especially when it came to later as more of the map is open to you, is that it takes ages to get anywhere. Thankfully though, this is fixed by a much later mechanic, which I kinda wish we obtained sooner, so I say the complaint is still minorly valid. That is pretty much the gameplay loop of Cat Quest. There isn't really much else to say unless you listen to the story, which unfortunately I'm not the greatest listener, unless I'm forced to be. Something I will say though, this game's side quests are quite unique, not in terms of like what you're doing. I think the writing of the jokes and such truly shine within the side quest, probably because there are like 60 plus of them to do. While doing a dungeon I was a little underleveled for, I reached level 10 and got myself an achievement. Speaking of, it was nice going into dungeons that were a little higher level than me and still being able to do them without suffering. It gave me the chance to speedrun getting better gear for my current main missions, which is nice. I find myself healing Paw, a healing spell which I don't think heals that much. It's better in the other games, from what I remember. In one of the main missions we meet the cat who stole our sister, and she names herself Dracoth. Edgy ass cat, bro. After completing 6 side missions, we get ourselves another achievement. After defeating the flame dragon, I earn myself another achievement. I believe there are like 6 or 7. Entering the old ruins, our spirit cat friend mentions the old masters, the supposed creators of this world. Wasn't expecting this to go down the JRPG route of probably fighting God at the end, but I'll take it. After learning Freeze Paw, we get an achievement for obtaining 4 skills. After some side missions, I learned the art of water walking, which opens up the map quite a bit, allowing me to reach new islands and conquer new dungeons. Speaking of, I find a place called the Founder's Island, where I get a side quest which rewards me with the Golden Key. Yay! Allowing me to open golden chests and earn even greater gear rewards. Obtaining my 30th piece of unique equipment, I earn myself the 10th trophy. Completing my 30th side quest, I get another trophy, basically halfway there. I encounter the Twin Cities, which give me a series of side quests which come off as glitches, as we have to do the same quest twice each time, 1 time in each city. From memory, the town has been cursed by a mage. While clearing one of the dungeons for the Twin City missions, I got an achievement for clearing my 25th dungeon. Reaching level 50, I obtained another achievement. Killing the ice dragon in the middle of the Feline Guard Lake gave me another achievement. I met Santa Claus, spelt C-L-A-W-S. Hilarious. I wanted to kill the arcane dragon, but my cat doesn't want to walk through some brambles. Fair. I mean, I wouldn't want to either. While doing the side mission chain to gain flight, because cats can fly now, I read the last law monument thingy, banking myself another achievement. After learning the power of flapping your arms really fast, I took out the arcane dragon, earning the 17th achievement. We met some old-ass grandpa spirit cat who tells us to explore and learn more about the old masters. We are eventually led to the location of our sister, who is held within this ominous-looking castle. Here, Dracoth tells us that our sister actually doesn't exist. It was simply a ploy to motivate our character to achieve power. For you see, the death of a dragon blood will release Dracoth's master from the zero dimension. Yes, this is still a game about cats. Oh, also, Dracoth is Spirit Cat's actual master. So, yeah. He helps us defeat Dracoth anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In defeating Dracoth, she uses her own death to open the zero dimension, allowing her master Alias to return to the world, fortunately not being able to see him herself. A final clone of Dracoth also reveals that Dracoth was Alias's pet, I think. I assume that's what that picture means. They could also just be like good friends, I guess. Regardless, completing the main story, we are rewarded with another achievement. With the main story finished, we still have ourselves 5 more achievements to obtain. Obtaining 66 unique pieces of equipment, we get another achievement. Completing the final side quest, we are one step closer to completion. Clearing the final dungeon leaves us with one final achievement to get, excluding the platinum, of course. The final achievement is me simply reaching level 99, so after a little bit of grinding in this wonderful dungeon that gained me a level and a half for each clearing, I finally maxed out, earning both the final achievement and the platinum for Cat Quest. Hell yeah. This game was honestly very good and better than I expected, I guess. Very much refreshing from the usual AAA games I play, which are often bloated with bullshits to push runtime, but I was able to complete this game in one sitting, so that was nice. It was also well written, giving me a decent snicker from time to time. The game wasn't hard, like, at all, and I don't know if that was because of the magic build or just the game not being hard. Who knows? Most importantly though, it was a fun time. Welcome to Cat Quest 2. If this background screams anything, it already looks more intense than the first one. This platinum also has less trophies to obtain, which I was surprised about. I just figured, you know, sequel, more trophies, but apparently not. Cat Quest 2 allows for co-op, but I ain't got no friends, so we're playing it solo today. Regardless of my sad solo adventures, let's get right into it. Beginning the game, we see Alias. Remember the guy that Dracoth sacrificed her life for in the first game? Yeah. He looks like this for some reason. I thought he was just a guy, not whatever that is, but sure. In this game, we can play as a dog or a cat this time. Since I'm playing solo, I can switch between the characters, which I find kinda insane, honestly. I thought I'd just get to select one at the beginning and then that's it. Our spirit cat friend is back, although his name is Kiri this time, and our MCs have a different mark on the back of their head. I originally went into this game thinking it would be a direct sequel, which it kind of is. It's set many years in the future, so kinda, not really. I don't know. Disregarding the story for a second, the combat and the gameplay in general is relatively the same. Within the first dungeon, I found out that you can equip each character with different gear and magic. So, I built the cat as my magic build, and the dog as my melee build. Best of both worlds, you know? These rest stones are the new catnap areas, which save the game and restore our health. We also get introduced to these King's Markers, which is essentially our fast travel. Completing our first quest, we get our first achievement as well. Going back to the fast travel though, unfortunately, it's the type of fast travel I despise, where you have to walk to the fast travel point in order to fast travel. I think I talked about this in my Assassin's Creed 2 video, but it's just... what's the point? Anyway, moving on. Something I found out after getting a wand weapon, you actually shoot out magic, which is really fucking cool. The difference between melee and magic weapons was non-existent in the last game. This was, funnily enough, my favorite change for this game. For one reason or another, cats and dogs are at war, due to some past shenanigans, I think. Because of this, we must fight Lionel and the other one. When we meet him, I will tell you his name. Learning Heal Paw, which is more valuable in this game, grants us another achievement. Reaching level 10, we get another achievement. I also realized that the map now tells you how many side missions and dungeons you have left to do. A wonderful addition if I do say so myself. Clearing myself the 8th dungeon, that makes us a dungeon master. 1. We beat up a dragon, gaining ourselves a king shard that allows us to roll through enemies dealing damage. Very nice indeed. Entering the dog continent, we get ourselves another achievement. Obtaining 34 pieces of unique equipment, you guessed it, another achievement. Dying for the first time, I found out you get switched to the other character and you can revive the original character. Makes dying almost impossible, which I mean, power fantasy, I'll take it, I guess. Yes, you read it right. This guy's name is Hotto Doggo. Completing my 7th side quest, we earn ourselves another achievement. So first we had Lionel, and now the other one is Wolfen. These are the current kings of dogs and cats. Getting another king shard, we can now Paw Smash, which allows us to attack while rolling, dishing out extra damage. Earning Berserk, we get an achievement for getting our 8th spell. Reaching level 50, we get ourselves yet another achievement. We learn Water Walking from the ghost of the first governor from the first game, and with it being the 3rd royal art we learn, that's an achievement, baby. We clear our 38th dungeon, making us a Dungeon Master 2. While on the Founders Island, we complete our 37th side mission, which is an achievement, by the way. By the way, this Founders Island actually has the creators of the game, which makes a lot more sense considering the name of the island. Beating them, they claim it was only 0.01% of their power, so beware the gentle bros, I suppose. We also finally get the golden key. I forgot to mention the golden chests were in this game, but now you know. Obtaining 67 pieces of equipment, we get an achievement. We go into the 0 dimension, seeing Alias, Lionel, and Wolfen. Apparently, they are Alias's pets, similar to Dracoth, I think. Big reveal, Lionel and Wolfen are just us from another timeline. To be specific, Lionel and Wolfen are the original. We are the ones stolen from another timeline by Kitty, by the way. Apparently, Kitty wants us to stop Lionel and Wolfen, so fair enough, I guess. We kill Lionel. Wow, I'm such an incredible script writer. We also kill Wolfen. Alright. Alias, being the lad he is, doesn't really care that his pets are dead and claims we are the ones he's been looking for. Alias was actually an extremely fun boss. I kinda zoned out playing these games because, you know, they're kinda just like goofy goof, but they're fun. For one reason or another though, Alias is the boss that like made me pay attention. Not because he's particularly hard or anything, he was cool. He was really cool to me. All the visuals were really striking, the combat, like the boss overall was quite fun. I think overall it was a great boss. Anyway, reaching level 99, we get another achievement. Then, watching all of our characters hug at the end, we complete the main quest. How sweet. 4 more achievements to go, excluding the platinum, of course. Completing the final side quest, we achieved another achievement. We obtain the final spell. That's an achievement. Simultaneously, we collect all 101 armor pieces, complete the final 73rd dungeon, and earn the platinum. They even call me Pawsome. That's awesome. And that is that. Cat Quest 2 completed. I must say, this game was a vast improvement over the first one. Not that the first one was bad by any means. They literally just made the first game again, but even more entertaining. It's great. Cat Quest 3. What I thought was going to be the final game. Apparently not. Regardless, welcome to Cat Quest 3. After having done the last 2 games, I figured why not do all 3. As the 3rd in the series, I am pleasantly able to say that it is my favourite in the series. I genuinely believe these games have simply gotten better one after another. It's awesome to see the clear love and care put into these games. Also, this one is pirate themed, so that's pretty awesome. Getting into the game, we are hit with a beautifully animated cutscene, with a couple ships in the middle of a naval battle. Cutting to Captain Cappy, the spirit cat of this game, we find baby us with another different symbol on the back of our heads. So knowing this series by now, this is another universe or timeline or something along those lines. Running around, we are initiated with the combat, and oh my god, I love it. I genuinely love it. We specifically have a ranged slot and a melee slot, so we get a gun in this game, which is pretty cool. And we also get a melee weapon. And magic, of course, which doesn't start off as OP as the other games, but if you do make a magic build, it can be pretty damn strong. Something I adore about this game, the ship handling. Yes, you get a pirate ship. And oh my god, is it amazing to control. It is so incredibly smooth and travels the map at amazing speeds. Compared to the other games, I genuinely have no complaints about the traversal in this one. It is perfect in my opinion. Something I also love is that when you enter a dungeon, it tells you how many chests there are to obtain. I love not just aimlessly searching, not knowing if I've completed everything or not. Scratches the completionist itch, you know? In terms of content in this game, I wouldn't say there is an abundantly more of it, as I did complete this game with basically the same amount of playtime as the previous ones, but the content is certainly more quality over quantity, as we not only get new things, such as these little puzzles with these glowing rocks, 2 achievements by the way. The side quests and dungeons are not as plentiful, but do provide unique challenges, and are sometimes linked with bounties, which is another form of content within this game. Speaking of, I encountered the Duck of Doom, and decided to attack it not knowing it was level 80, so I swiftly got away from that one. Something I found interesting in this game is I died more in this game more than the other 2 combined. Yet, Cat Quest 3 never felt unfair or poorly balanced. I was always able to find enemies that would kick my ass if the game was feeling too easy, and vice versa. It hit a nice balance with all its mechanics, and I naturally liked that a lot. The main objective of this game is to find the North Star treasure, the 3rd and final artifact according to Alias that will contribute to the Catpocalypse, which again isn't in this game. Along the way, I collected my first ship blueprint, which allows for stat modifications and sometimes special bullet types that you can shoot from your ship. I then collected 10 unique pieces of armor for another achievement. They have greatly simplified upgrading, as you have the mage for all your magic upgrades, and the blacksmith for all your equipment related upgrades, thankfully right next to each other. I get an achievement for opening 20 treasure chests. I then fight Patchy, who gifts me with his claws. There is way more weapon variety in this game. Not only are they just like weapon skins, they actually come with completely unique movesets. The devs cooked when it came to this game, bro. Meeting Buff Milky Mummy, we can see the bounty posters which tell us where to find each individual. Entering my first multi-floored dungeon, yes, we have those now, I encounter an ice rat, which kicks my ass. A lot. So much so that I choose to leave and return when leveled up. Golden chests are now kept within the golden tower, which requires a golden key every floor to get to the top eventually. Naturally, I ain't leveled enough for that, so I leave. Obtaining my 5th ship blueprint, I get an achievement. Having unknowingly killed my first bounty and therefore claiming the reward, I get an achievement. You can also replay select bounty fights on harder difficulties and strange conditions like meteor showers. Replaying these, you can obtain combat companions through completing them. You make them stronger by taking on the stronger versions of the bounty bosses they are linked to. I captured some creatures for some random doctor side quest, and then he used them to become a Chimera. Defeating him, I opened my 50th treasure chest, so that's another achievement. I went back and absolutely dog-walked the ice rat, absolutely deserved. I hate him very much. We fight our first warden of the North Star, and goddamn, have they stepped up their boss fights. This shit was just really fun. Having done some more exploring, I collected 40 unique pieces of equipment, meaning another achievement. I see a weird looking cat named Alias. Hey now, wait a second. That's right, we meet Alias for the first time, and yes, he's looking dashing in this game. I mean, look at that jawline. We fight our second warden of the North Star, and the fight is thankfully different from the first one. This game just hasn't missed a single thing so far. Fighting a love-stricken rat, we earn ourselves another achievement. I attempted to fight Cthulhu, but no, I died a lot. We crash a Meowtalica concert. I'm loving these jokes. taking out the captain and giving us another achievement. We defeat Captain Takomyaki, granting us another achievement. We take on the Pirate King, and then the North Star itself. I don't know why the treasure is a monster, okay? I'm not the developer, don't ask me. Although, once defeating it, it does turn into the original treasure, so... cool. Oh, and Alias takes it, because he's rude. Doing all this grants us an achievement. The game ends with Alias stating that with all 3 artifacts from all 3 games, he can now prepare for the catpocalypse. Crazy. Anyway, I've got some achievements to get. Returning and successfully defeating Cthulhu, we get an achievement. Telling Mama Milka of our defeat of Cthulhu, we complete her quest chain and get another achievement. Excuse the following footage, as my encoder was being overloaded, but I didn't notice for quite a while. In defeating the Pirate King in his actual quest line, we got another achievement. Defeating the Duck of Doom, we earned all the ship blueprints. Having defeated Dracula, we cross off all of the bounties and earn another achievement. Completing Mage Bonnie's questline, we get an achievement. Completing all the Puzzle Stone puzzles, we get an achievement. Completing Kid Cat's questline, we get an achievement. Clearing the Golden Tower, we get another achievement. A Mermaid finds her Prince Charming, and we are awarded an achievement, just for witnessing it. Defeating the hardest boss in the game, we finally earn all the equipment in the game, earning another achievement. Having found the final secret treasure chest, we earn the final achievement as well as the Platinum Trophy for being a true seeker. And with that, we are brought to the end of this glorious journey. Until Cat Quest 4 comes out, at least. Honestly, like I said in the beginning, this is the best game out of the 3, absolutely. They really cooked with this one. The games just got better and better. 1 was fun and good, but there were some things that I was like, eh. 2 improved upon all those things and was just great. It was just a good game overall. 3, peak. This game was peak, genuinely. What game I'm gonna be 100%ing next? I don't know. Well, actually I do, because I have ordered all the stuff for another Crab's treasure, so that will be next. After that though, I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of video format I want, whether I want the entire game in one video or if I want to do playthroughs of games. I don't really know what's going on with the channel, but hopefully you'll stick with me as I figure it out. So regardless of all of that stuff, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. And of course, I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye guys.